Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new review. Finally, I'm doing another review, and I apologise again. I know I keep saying I need to do reviews, but time just gets the best of me. But anyway, I thought, got some time today, let's film a little quick review, and as you guys saw from my community post yesterday, I am of course going to be reviewing the Papo Mosasaurus. Now, before we get on with the review itself, Papo, well, they're marine reptiles back from the sort of late 2000s or 2010s. We can all agree they weren't great. The Tylosaurus and the Plesiosaur are probably, in my opinion, some of their worst figures they've done. We were, of course, all a little apprehensive when we heard Papo would be adding a Mosasaurus and a Chronosaurus to their lineup. But I can safely say that this Papo Mosasaurus is bloody fantastic. Now, we all know that Papo tends to do a lot of their earlier figures were based on a certain film franchise. And then of course a few later on were, their own sort of takes on creatures. And I can safely say that this Mosasaur is not based on the one from Jurassic World, thank God, but actually their own original take on it. Now, as with most Papo figures, it's not as accurate as it would be, but to be honest, I don't think it needs to be. But we'll take a look at that in a moment. But first off, let's, as always, take a look at the head sculpt. The head sculpt has been wonderfully done. I mean, this is an amazing head sculpt here. The beautiful eyes been sculpted there with the yellow with a black pupil. We've got some white markings around the eye there. Some really nice detail inside of the mouth. Got all of the teeth here. We've even got the second set of teeth at the back. These are commonly known as Terminator teeth, which I think is an awesome name. They actually help latch onto the prey once it's in the mouth and help pull it back down the throat. Really nicely sculpted back here. Even got the tongue, which is done in a forked tongue, just like modern day lizards and snakes. I mean, these were essentially gigantic lizards that returned to the ocean. Got more of that, the teeth, and then more of the sculpt work down here for the jaw. Jaw can open and close, which is really cool. Of course, as I have been, playing around with this figure, mine can't close its jaw as well. But to be honest, it doesn't bother me that much. It's just on my copy, but it would have closed it, of course, like that. You see, like a closed look, but I think it looks much better with the mouth open. The nostrils are around here on the skull. Here's the other side as well. Some really nice paintwork here as well. We've got some light striping here. It's light brown striping along the top jaw, which then of course transitions to the bottom jaw when it's closed. Some nice grey colouring here with some black spots. Going down the rest of the figure, got some really nice skin folds here at the neck as it's sort of turning to the left. Some more of these black spots that have been nicely painted on here. A bit of a throat wattle here. Got some of these little scoots along the body itself. Some nice skin folds and creases along here. We've got the flippers. See the finger bones protruding through. More nice skin folds here over the hind flippers. And quite nicely picked out. More of these scoots, dorsal fin. And here we have the tail. You can see there's the crease fold there as the tail fin is turning all the way to this nicely detailed shark-like tail fin. Here we are, of course, on the other side. More of that nice sculpted detail that Papo is known for. Yeah, this is a really nice looking figure, but as I said earlier, this isn't, of course, an accurate representation of a Mosasaur. While it definitely does look pretty darn good, there are a few things that Papo did not get right. That one of them being the fins. Now, the fins, the finger bones here, they would not be protruding outwards like this. I think it's a bit of a design choice for them. They would have been fully covered up by the skin and everything, so it does kind of look a little weird. sort of like little wings that they are. You can even see like the detail of the fingers through there. They would have been covered up. So yeah, it does look a little odd, but at least it makes it stand out. The skin detail as well, while it is really, really good, and thank goodness not like the crocodile look of the Jurassic World Mosasaur, it is festive with these like scoots that you can see all over the body. I don't know if these are meant to be barnacles, which would have been pretty cool, or if they're sort of like large sort of scoots like what we would see on like many herbivorous dinosaurs. We know from some mosasaur skin remains, well, skin impressions, that they were quite smooth, sort of like a modern day lizard. So it seems like they didn't really pay enough attention to detail, but it's still, you know, there's still a lot of nice detail here, even if it is not accurate enough. I mean, there's some nice scale work underneath here. You can see it's quite smooth down here on the underside of the animal. One bit of creative license or speculation that Papo have added is this, a dorsal fin. Now, Papo aren't the first company to put a dorsal fin on their mosasaur. PNSO a couple of years ago did a large-bodied mosasaur, I believe called Ron, and they added a dorsal fin onto the top of theirs. Now, from the mosasaur remains we know, and of course with the skin impressions, no dorsal fin has ever been present. It's probably highly unlikely that a mosasaur would need a dorsal fin. But, you know, for a bit of speculation or creative license, I think it works for this figure, actually. It definitely makes it stand out. The colour scheme as well, I think, works quite well, with this sort of like dark grey with the light grey striping along the tail and the underside of the jaw here, with a dry brush over of like brown and red. I think it actually works very, very well. Definitely for an ocean-going hunter as well. It's just a really, really nice looking figure, and is far, far superior to their Tylosaurus back from those early 2000, late 2000 days. And let me just bring in a couple of other mosasaurs for a comparison. We have the Collector Mosasaur from 2014. As you can see, they are roughly similar sized, but of course I think the Collector one is slightly longer just because of the way that the Papo one is sort of curved slightly to the left, but they look pretty nice together. A more stylized version here and a more accurate version here. And then here is the Safari Limited Tylosaurus. As you can see, again, this Papo Mosasaur is a lot more beefier than this Safari Tylosaurus. But they are, you can see, more or less similar sized. So not too shabby at all. These two look pretty cool like that, sort of hissing at each other. All in all, though, I think Papo have actually done a pretty darn good job of a mosasaur. As I said, not entirely scientifically accurate, but as I said at the beginning of this review, I don't think it needs to be. Papo, you know, like to do their own sort of take on dinosaurs, and while this is definitely, I'd say, maybe 85% accurate, the rest of it, you know, they can just do exactly what they want with it. I mean, at least it looks like a mosasaur. Unlike Jurassic World, which is basically a giant aquatic crocodile. But, you know, at least this looks like a mosasaur, and the pose itself as well. You can do a lot of great dioramas. Maybe it's using its tail to propel itself up towards prey, or maybe it's circling a rival, or maybe it's seen a pterosaur flying above and it's curious about it. In all, I think this is a rather wonderful marine reptile that Papo have done. There is actually a second marine reptile that Papo will be releasing for this year, a Chronosaurus. I've seen the pictures on the internet. Looks pretty good. Again, another more stylized sort of take on a Chronosaurus, but you know, hopefully when we get it in hand, we can definitely take a look at it. So, if you liked this, if you like this figure, you can pick it up at Everything Dinosaur. I will leave a link in the description box below where you can purchase it, along with all of the other Papo figures and quite a few of the figures you can see behind as well. I thought I'd have a bit of a change here, so we've got my my curtains as my background and a few figures at the back. I think it looks all right. What do you guys think? Do you like the sort of figures at the back? Do let me know in the comments below. If you did like this review, please like and comment. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I try and post when I can, but to keep up to date with what I will be doing very soon, keep a look on my community page, where I'll be posting various pictures and everything, and just keeping you up to date with what's coming soon on the channel. So, I hope to see you guys very soon, and I hope you guys also look forward to what is coming up. So, take care guys, have a great day. Bye-bye.